So anybody who caught last weekend's boxing spectacle of Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn, one as they pegged to be a Rocky, which I love when all sports broadcasts like to make the Rocky reference to any boxer who's an underdog. ESPN fell for that trap. I can go on for about an hour as to how badly ESPN messed up the boxing broadcast, but I also have never done a boxing broadcast, so I'm not going to talk like an a-hole. Regardless, though, they had such an opportunity, such a great opportunity there. But more importantly, Manny Pacquiao won the fight, except one of the judges was on crack and gave a 117, I mean, he wasn't actually on crack, it's a metaphor, 117-111 score amongst the other judges who boxing's corruptness is just very frustrating. Mm-hmm. But now they're going to recount the scorecard. But Pacquiao, no matter what, still will not have won the fight. So they're going to rescore Manny Pacquiao's loss, but won't overturn it, which is messed up. So first things first, that was the rescore. Here's a quote, and then a Pacquiao quote, and wonderful Zach over here is going to read them. I gotta make sure you can read. Okay, although this is the situation, as I previously publicly stated, we will appoint 5 anonymous competent judges from different countries to watch the bout without sound distraction. Then we will tabulate the results to ascertain clearly which rounds each fighter won using an average scale based on 60, 80, and 100%. This means that 3 of the 5 officials have to agree to determine which fighter won the round. The purpose of this review is to be able to give the fans certainty of who was the winner of the bout, even though we do not have the power to reverse the decision of the judges based on discretion. So what that means is 5 judges, first of all, the fact that the WBO is acknowledging competence is important there because that was a word that Teddy Atlas, Stephen A. Smith, and a lot of those guys on ESPN kept using when talking about the judges. Here's what's important when it comes to boxing. I'm not going to pretend to tell you I'm an expert in the field of boxing. It is one of my favorite sports. It is always has been, and I've been watching it for years. And one of the things that you have to do with a lot of boxing fights is watch the fight again. Always, if you can, watch it without sound, and they're mentioning that. And the reason for that is you can never let the crowd distract you from what is an actual landed punch or what is blocked. And this happens so much on Twitter, an immediate reaction. Man, Horn really got in there and landed a perfect punch, and he landed a few strong punches on Pacquiao. But what happened in the 9th round? Pacquiao absolutely ravished him. And it wasn't just that round, it was the rounds leading up to it. And then you made a fantastic point about just that 117-111 scorecard. Yeah, just meaning that Horn won 9 out of the possible 12 rounds, which just, if you were playing just watching the fight, you could tell that obviously Pacquiao won way more rounds than just 3. And what you said about the non-sound distraction, I read in the article from Deadspin where you got it from, that two of the judges or something said that they were very enhanced in the crowd atmosphere and the sound and what was happening, not in the actual fight, but just kind of the reaction it was getting. And then people are commenting about what those judges saying, like, still as a judge for a big sport like this in a fight with this magnitude, that shouldn't affect it. That should not affect how many punches were landed, the round that Pacquiao had with round 9 with Horn. Like, it's just. See, here's the example I'll use, the analogy. It's like you're judging a restaurant's food and you have 3 judges, but 2 of the judges are stoned out of their mind. So it doesn't matter what you put in front of them. They're like, this is amazing. What masterful piece of artwork is this that I will eat in front of me? And then you have one like somewhat competent judge going like, I mean, it's decent. Yeah, it's just, And then I guess the quote from Pacquiao, at least he's taking it very, which I expected, very seriously, professional. Yeah. And I guess in this contract for the fight, there was a rematch clause. Which he's got to trigger, he should trigger. So people are saying that they're doing this whole review to maybe entice a rematch or give it some sort, because that's my whole point. They're doing the review. Can't reverse the decision, but they're just coming out and saying they got it wrong. It's almost like because it's so incompetent and so corrupt. As Teddy Atlas was saying, something had to be done, and I don't think this is necessarily a normal thing. So Teddy Atlas video we'll throw somewhere in there. Mary Bird, whoever's editing, thank you. We'll find a place for it.
It's only one of 2 things. It's either incompetence or corruption. And when you see 117 to whatever it was, 110, 111, I don't think anyone could be that incompetent. I'm sorry.
When it comes down to it, like Jeff Horn in that fight, there's a difference between showing you something as the referee almost stopped the fight in the 9th round and just having the heart and the grit Jeff Horn would have had enough, what's the word here? He would have had enough respect from the boxing fans around the world losing that fight because he made it the distance, and it wouldn't have affected his career going forward.
Yeah.
He fought a legend. Manny Pacquiao is absolutely a legend.
Of course,
inside the ring, please don't confuse what happens outside the ring and what he said as a humanitarian in terms of the Philippines. But Jeff Horn showed more than enough to get another big fight. A fight maybe with some money in it, maybe against somebody his own age. The guy almost fights. He was a teacher. He was a fucking high school teacher. And he went the distance with Manny Pacquiao.
That's the thing, Pacquiao might be too old to do a rematch.
Yeah, he did.
He's got the whole government stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's got to get back to work. I mean, we're not far off. Like, our president might be golfing. Not golfing. He's already golfing. He might be boxing soon.
Might be boxing Putin.
Yeah, look, that would be great. Romney fought Holyfield in a charity boxing match.
Yeah.
McGregor's fighting Mayweather. All hell is breaking loose. Comment below. If you thought Pacquiao actually lost that fight, just excuse yourself from the comment section.
The interview with Atlas and Horn right after. Yeah. And he's like, I thought you lost, or Pacquiao won. And you just see Pacquiao in the background go, it's like, oh, yeah, I think I won.
Oh, man. All right, comment below, people.
Boxing.
Boxing.